Guys, I think AkaYellow went missing.
Good.
I think we've been over this. We shot him.
No, we don't care about him.
But
Buried him in the back, Gar.
But then he dug himself
I care
out.
about him.
And then we shot him again and buried him all over again.
But we can't do Christmas without AkaYellow because he's family.
No, we need that Russian caster back. He was awesome.
I don't think
Yellow
we started that till
isn't
next year.
Christmas colors, Gar.
Yeah.
It is to me.
The Russian one guy's not allowed here. We're in lockdown.
The only thing that reminds me of Yellow during Christmas is piss in the snow.
Really? Not the golden star at the top?
No, because it's usually white.
I'm going to go find him. At least he's better company.
Right,
You know what?
You know what we're going to do? We're going to cue the roll call while you go.
Well, fine, because you know what? Me and him get along so well, it's like we're the same person.
Can confirm. Now cue the roll call.
We are live! Mike! Zenkaigan! Connect. Loading. Broadcast. Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange caster, global soft perka.
Power of anime runs through my veins. Crimson Caster. Joe Raven.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world! Radio Sentai Castranger!
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 322. See, I didn't have to confirm this time because we recorded last episode 2 days ago.
Camera up is better.
Well then, wait till next
Wait
week.
till next week, man.
Yeah. Did we do Torkel already?
I don't know.
I love Torkel. Torkel's cute.
Pretty sure.
Alright. So, for those who might be tuning in for the first time, thank you for tuning in. We are a bunch of camels who get
Bunch
together
of
every week.
humps on a camel. Get together every week. Yes, we saw that. Sephiroth
This
Smash.
week, Mario fucking died!
No, he didn't. He got...
Whoops.
Oh.
I banged the computer and the monitors jumped around. Hold on.
And the HDMI cord fell out.
I think we're good.
Jesus Christ. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Emily, can we hear you?
Hello.
Okay.
The computer just had a seizure. So
Okay, cool.
no more bashing the table, Itchy.
Alright. I had 3 weeks of pent-up rage to let out!
About what?
Everything.
I don't know. Alright, so, we get together every week, usually, to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing. Our topics for this week are Kamen Rider Saber, episode 13, Mashin Sentai Kiramager, episode 34, and our feature topic for this week is going to be Gaoranger vs. Super Sentai, the movie.
Yeah, 25th anniversary film.
The anniversary.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of clips.
But before we get into all that,
So
make
many
sure
clips.
make sure to use our code in the description for Skip the Dishes for $5 off your first order.
Feed me, I'm hungry.
Hashtag feed the Castrangers.
Comments for lame.
You guys ordering
I'm
too
very
much.
hungry.
I did. I had Wild Wing today. It was good.
I had McDicks.
You heard it here, late 8 dicks.
McDicks.
What?
Yeah.
So my girlfriend used to hate me saying McDicks all the time, and then one day she's like, "Lane, you want to get McDicks for lunch?" And I was like, "Aha! I knew you'd fucking incorporate."
I've turned you!
Yeah. Excuse me.
We have colds because Gar decided to sit in an
it's
uncirculated
whatever.
room.
Yes, we have colds. Whatever.
We're
fine.
We're not invaded. Not yet.
I don't want to be invaded. Anyways.
Raven, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, look, you got your iPad, your phone, your Switch.
You're all ready to play Pokemon while we're fucking recording.
About that, I'm using my Switch to hold up my fucking tablet right now so I can actually read the thing. But yep.
And Emily's here.
Yes.
Hi.
Our darling Emily. And Gar went to go switch his laundry.
Yeah.
Switch's laundry?
Yes.
Yeah. And Tom is not here as much as we'd like him to be here. There are very strict lockdown rules in place where we are right now.
Yeah.
Ignoring me in the room.
You live down the street.
You live closer, so it's so.
Not only do I live closer than Tom, I also work with you, so I'm in close contact with you during the day anyway.
Also that.
So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into Saber.
Saber. Spot is dead.
So I can't believe that last week on episode 12 they faked out him dying just to actually quote unquote very quote unquote actually kill him off this episode instead.
Like it was that.
Before we continue here, I'm going to address what Orb said. Like, Orb, you have no idea how much that threw me for a fucking loop, because in my head I keep thinking his name is Kamijo Toma because King Index.
Oh, is that...
So I kept thinking that the previous Saber was his dad because they kept calling him Kamijo.
Is Kamijo Toma the name of someone from Index?
The protagonist.
Oh, okay.
But no, like the fake out with the Spada, like I felt like my reaction to it was pretty much just like, I think it was from Liar Liar, but it's just like, it's just when Jim Carrey's just like, oh come on! I think that's from Liar Liar, maybe.
Maybe. Oh yeah, no, that's the scene where like he's like drinking the water, and then like the other person's like saying some bullshit, and he just like gulp gulp. Come on!
Yeah. So that was me, but then he died at the end, and I was like,
okay. Before we get to all that, Raven and then Emily, tell us your thoughts on the last few episodes since you haven't been with us for those discussions.
They've been kind of back to the fast-paced shit, you know.
I actually disagree. I think we're back on course. Episode 6 was a wild fucking disaster, but I feel like the last few episodes we've been getting back on track.
Episodes 11 and 12 kind of just felt like they kind of blended into each other to a point where I barely remember that they were two separate episodes.
I think that was on purpose. I think because it was meant to be like a two-parter.
Yeah.
Which is great because Kiramager had a two-parter those same weeks.
So I do have the Saber Face of the Week. It's not what everyone thinks it is. Because originally I was going to take the screenshot of, like, Ren crying. Like, as he, like, cried, like, super hard when, like, Kento was dying. He's like,
oh, yeah.
But then, like, Gar pointed out this one shot, and I thought this was, like, a really good one. So, there we go. Got May just fucking up her duties again.
Everyone I babysit leaves me!
No! So... I've noticed that for the past few episodes, they don't let May leave the base whenever they go out to do shit, and I think I figured out. I solved the mystery.
It's because Sophia's gone and May has the key.
That, but it's also because she fucked up on getting Sora kidnapped. And Sora got kidnapped, and it was her responsibility to watch
So then they
her.
leave her to babysit the bodies of Rentaro and Kento when they trade being in the infirmary, and every time they all leave while she's not looking.
Hey, it's the best way to have them wake up. You just
They want to get away from her.
You leave her alone with them while they're unconscious, and they will fuck off before she re-enters the room. Yeah.
I mean,
Guaranteed. 100% success rate.
I was gonna say, as cruel as it sounds, it's worked so far.
What's up, Emily?
I was just gonna say, do you think they're gonna blame her for him getting hurt?
Oh no, they're not that malicious.
Also, at the end, it looked like he was like being like the sword was being possessed by him or something.
We'll get to all that. Any other thoughts on the last few episodes, Raven?
No, not
The
especially.
whole Caliber debut.
Yeah, what do you think of Jao Dragon?
Finding out who Kamijo is.
Hey,
Jao
Joe Dragon's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I just damn. I saw that thing the first time, and it took me like a couple episodes to really just appreciate it, because it was like just the visor itself is just fucking badass, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just ooh.
Any thoughts on this really stupidly obvious plan with the 6 elemental pillars they were building towards?
That everybody fell into real fucking easily.
Right?
That should have been super fucking easy to see coming after the first one.
Exactly.
Not to mention, we have at least one member of the group who was there for the last one!
Exactly.
Actually, sorry, 2.
Kento just did not want to give up and leave without a fight. He didn't want to rest, and that's what happened.
I mean, among other things.
Yeah, we'll get to all that. Emily, any thoughts on the last few episodes before this one?
Lots of ramping up tension. It felt like they were all sort of building up to this one.
Yeah.
I watched them pretty close to each other, so I they kind of blended together. So I apologize because they were all very much the same sort of story.
See, and I think that's a good thing, where these episodes start to blend together because they feel like a cohesive story.
They do.
Not just episodic instances.
That makes it hard for me to, if I accidentally mention something that happened in one of the previous 2 episodes.
Yeah. Alright, so, episode 13 starts with 5 of the 6 pillars being lit, and then Toma walks out and says, like, oh, Kento's unconscious, and that's where we find out that no, he didn't actually die.
Yeah, and I went, oh, come on!
And I'm just like, oh, so he didn't die. Okay.
And we also completely get no explanation for why Tassel and Arthur showed up at the end of the previous episode.
I love though, like, I complained, I was like, damn it, why didn't Kento die? And Guard just, like, jokingly was just like, because he didn't disappear. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything.
And that was before watching the end of this episode. But yeah, so Tassel and Arthur showed up at the end of the previous episode and then just did nothing, I guess. I guess they just, like, watched and did...
They're observing.
Yeah, they're watching, they're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Awkward. And then, yeah, fucking Story is going up to fucking Caliber, and he's just like, you know...
We really could have used the Swordsman of Lightning, but someone decided to put him in the hospital.
And, like, Caliber's just like, okay, whatever, you just need a sword.
You just need a sword.
That actually... I never even thought about that until this episode, but, like... It was clear that they needed the 6 swordsmen to activate the 6 pillars of light. So when I was watching episode 12, I'm screaming at the screen going like, Caliber! Don't you need this stupid lightning asshole to activate the last pillar? Why are you doing this? And then in episode 30, it's like, oh, we just need another Seiken, right? I'll just do it myself. I'm like, okay, yeah, that checks out.
Right?
Yeah, like coincidentally,
like,
they activated their respectable light pillar, whatever, light pillars.
I just love that. Like, this poor goblin that they just summon him out just so Caliber can stab him. So, I was thinking about this, I'm like, so if this was the plan they were leading up to, why couldn't they have done this forever ago? A, they tried and failed, and B, they needed all of the swordsmen, and Suzune was broken for 15 years. So that explains why they didn't just do this from the beginning.
So as they didn't, like, try to encounter Slash and be like, we can help you fix your sword, you know.
Yeah, it's also because, there was no Saber for a while.
That's true.
So yeah, Caliber steps up to go and kill the goblin and activate the last pillar, and then Saber and Blade show up and they immediately go Wander combo against him.
Wombo combo.
Yeah, which is good, like, because too many times, like, the writer will show up and just go base form just for the sake of building up forms and tension and all that. Like, we're not fucking around this time. Volume 3 forms.
I watched this episode with Dave on Sunday, and we were both saw the first book go into the belt on its own. We're like, come on, why would... Oh, 2 books follow.
Yeah.
Oh,
they can't hold 3 books in their hands at the same time.
Watch me!
Yeah, we all both just said it at the same time. It's just 1 book into the belt each. Oh, come on. Why the fuck would you think that's a good idea? Here come the other 2. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay.
I mean, remember O's. He always put, like, the 2 medals and then 1. So you can't hold 3 things at the same time.
We're never going to see King of Arthur ever again.
Probably not.
No.
I like that they didn't even try to use King of Arthur.
No. I'd like to see Blades use it. That'd be cool.
It was such a big deal when it happened, and now barely anyone even remembers it exists.
That kind of happens with power-ups in these shows a lot of the time.
No, I know, but the difference is most of those power-ups aren't as plot relevant as King Arthur was.
It felt more like a plot device than a power-up.
No, but like I said last episode, they clearly made King of Arthur just this arc purely to sell that toy. That was it.
Yeah.
They just made a random ass fucking arc to get a power up just so they could sell a toy. Make some extra money.
And just like every big heavy form, it was used exactly twice.
I mean, we got Breaking Mammoth a couple of more times.
Yeah. So yeah, we not only do Saber and Blade show up, but we get to see Buster and Kenzan come in, and they're also immediately in their second forms. Jakun and Kobuta, so it's cool to see them fighting again in something other than their base forms.
Yeah.
And then as everyone's clashing, Caliber goes to do the finishing blow on the goblin, and fucking Kento, even just like Rintaro did last episode, even though he's on the brink of death, just comes in and tries to intervene, but ends up being completely useless.
Yep. It's just like, why, man? And he's like, oh, I'm like something with my convictions.
Yeah.
I forgot what he says.
Something that was interesting that was mentioned during this part, like when Kent was like, "Oh, so stupid." So Rintaro says to him, "I am also a Homo sapiens," and I'm like, "Wait, are you?" I was certainly ready to believe that you were a Wonderworld child. This whole thing about him being raised as an orphan by the guild, I was sure was going to lead to like, oh, you were raised by the guild because you were a child that was plucked from the Wonderworld. So I'm not fully ready to believe that just yet,
Maybe
just
there
because
were
he says.
humans in the Wonderworld, or maybe he was just saying that like in a solidarity, like I am like you sort of thing.
Because like remember that when he first showed up, one of the first things he said is no
Like,
ordinary
I'm not Homo sapien.
ordinary Homo sapiens could wield a seiken.
Just to flip around that, what person actually refers to himself as a Homo sapien?
Rintaro.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's the answer.
I think of myself as an Earthling.
I mean, we know that because he was orphaned and was grown up, but was raised by the guild, he already is like completely detached from Earth society and culture.
Sorry,
and
I'm not an Earthling. I play Mortal Kombat, so I'm an Earth Realmer. No, but Ichi, is this one of these moments where it's you're human?
He could have been a giant lizard,
Giant lion or something.
But yeah, I'm not fully convinced about Rintaro. I'm still hoping there's some more backstory to
What
him.
if he's not a human at all? He's just a figment of someone's imagination. He's a robot.
I don't know about robot.
He's a lion turned into a human.
That's why he turns back.
He's a human. You're a rider.
That's why his new form, he just turns back into his actual form.
He is Lion Senki.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember when we all thought was going to be the book?
Yeah, I'm sad that didn't pan out.
No, that seemed like it made so much sense.
Especially that
when
one,
it gets to be Sogo-san.
especially that one time where he got slashed and just bled paper.
Yeah.
It made so much sense.
Oh, Zio. You're wacky.
But yeah, so Kento, as he's like struggling there, unmorphed, he like tries to get back up and gives this like absolutely red flag ass speech about how everyone is his friend.
Buster's stupid, but he helped me, raise me, and he's really nice. And Ren, he's a bit of a fucking pompous asshole.
Ren amused me with how much of a stupid hyperbolic asshole he is.
Fuck is he strong?
Blades is inflexible.
And Toma, I like Toma.
Yeah, I don't know if I talked about this I probably did on the last episode, but like Rintaro and Kento talk about like, Rintaro and Toma talk about how Kento was so relieved to see that Toma was alive after the events of 15 years ago. So you spent 15 years not looking up whether or not your best friend was still alive?
I mean, after that, he just sort of assumed. But, also, can we just talk about fucking Luna just standing there in the background while the two of them are having their moment?
Yeah, like they
just the little girl just standing there like a fucking horror movie character just watching.
It's
sort of her smiling and then showing that during a scene where someone is dying.
It's kind of not clear if this is just like them remembering her, them hallucinating her,
or her just being some sort of omniscient fucking being at this point.
Maybe since, like, obtaining that white book and, like, the quote-unquote eternal truth that Calibur's after, if it's something for him to be pursuing, then maybe Luna, when she got sucked in there, did get that some sort of, like,
truth, so
cosmic power.
That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
maybe she's a Wonderworld child of some kind.
Maybe she is now.
What if Luna's Calibur's daughter? Oh,
That would be it. Oh, that would be interesting,
right? That'd be cool. Connect all of them together.
Because we don't know what her last name is.
I'm looking for the eternal truth. Where the fuck is my daughter?
Give me back my daughter!
Oh man.
But yeah, so
My son.
Luna clearly has some sort of influence because as Toma's like getting back to his feet and declaring that he's going to protect everyone, Luna somehow activates the silver book that they took from Avalon, which then travels into the sky and to Toma through Aurora Borealis.
Aurora. No, and I saw Slash, like, when, like, the thing flies away, he kind of, like, smiles and chuckles. I'm like, you fucking know something, you fucker!
I didn't believe it. I'm like, what? You smile like you know. What do you know? You don't know.
Just the book.
How would you know what this is? It's probably just like, oh yeah, it's something cool's happening. We'll be okay.
But yeah, so then we get Dragonic Knight. Ooh! That is a fucking spicy suit!
That was an epic transformation, and I love the dragon flying through the sky, and I also love spicy!
Its chime is a fucking anthem.
Yeah, no, it's really good. But
Dragonic Knight!
But yeah, like, that suit is probably my favorite of this series so far, because just, like, it's just so silver, and I love the red visor.
It's pretty good.
It's gorgeous.
Like I said in Extra, if Saber's base form Brave Dragon is Gilmon, then this is Dukemon.
Yeah, like, all he's missing is a fucking, like, cool-ass cape, but, like, he's got the freaking waist cape, so he's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's so good. Yeah, and when he shoots his little drag visor blaster, the Dragonic booster, it goes spicy!
Spicy!
Meanwhile, Arthur's just chilling in the background watching, because as we know, he likes to watch.
Yep.
And I love that Caliber tries to flee, but like Saber just hops on the dragon and goes, "No, bitch! We're not done yet!"
And I kind of wish Caliber was on, like, his dragon or something. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Just have, like, a dragon fight.
And
I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't go there.
it would have been cool because he could have like been riding the like main dragon, and then the other 4 golden dragons just like orbiting him.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Him. Oh yeah, I'm back in the.
It's Gar! He's back!
Yeah.
It's Dragonic Gar!
Also, I get it. They totally wanted to call it Dragon Knight, but you know,
Oh my god.
Ryuki.
Well, there was already a
He's
common.
been a Dragon Knight the whole time.
The whole time.
But now he's the Dragonic Knight.
Yeah.
The Dragonic Knight.
No, I thought it was him, or I thought it was cool him riding the dragon.
Yeah.
Kind of gave me vibes to how in the Ryuki movie, how like it ends with like both Knight and Ryuki hopping on their mirror monsters and flying into like the swarm.
Yeah.
Or how Wizard did it in his like finale.
So Saber does his finisher and Caliber explodes. He's probably not dead.
No, of course not.
I mean,
He's probably just knocked off somewhere.
here's my thing. I think he is. Well, Caliber itself is probably not dead, but I think Kamijo is.
Body is dead? Yeah.
Because this is how I'm seeing this right now. I think, and people did mention earlier something about the Caliber being like Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
In this case, where
This
I think,
and this ties back into a theory I had weeks ago
Yeah.
about how the Caliber
It also
power set was a
ties
parasite.
It
Whereas-
ties into what they showed at the end with Espada being like.
yeah, exactly.
So the idea is that Kento was during the fight at the end of episode 12 was apparently like poisoned by the dark
Tainted
powers.
by darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's the fact that anybody who does get hit by that and becomes tainted by the darkness, when they die, they just could become the next frigging Caliber.
That's a very likely theory.
And in this case, where Caliber's current host, Kamijo, just got taken out by Toma. God, I hate saying those names that close together because I just get index flashbacks. The next one of the other soul, and I don't think it's a coincidence that Kento died like almost immediately after Toma took out Kamijo.
the timing does line up.
It lines
Okay.
up so well that I think like the darkness just accelerated, and you are the new host, man.
That's very likely. So here's definitely what happened. Someone was Caliber before Kento's dad, or maybe he was
No,
the
I
first
think
one. Who knows?
I think the way that the backstory seems to work with them, the way that he was part of the organization, I feel like he was one of the first like victims of whatever
Yeah.
happened here.
through some circumstance, Kento's dad became quote unquote the first Caliber. Well, we don't know the full story behind that yet. I'm sure we will at some point.
Oh yeah.
The events of 15 years prior to the series happened where Kamijo fought Kento's dad as Caliber.
And
They're-
got poisoned by the dark.
Their clash happened, and Caliber was defeated, but
struck down.
Kamijo
Yeah.
became tainted and became the new Caliber.
Yeah.
And now, in these episodes, Kamijo and Kento clashed in the same way. So now that Kamijo has been destroyed, Kento's soul has been taken by Kuriyami and will probably become like reborn through the sword and become the next Caliber.
Yeah.
Which is going to be fun when everyone else has to kill Kento a
Yep.
second time.
He's just gonna be the rider that keeps on dying.
So so weeks.
Having him be the next one, sort of like Greedling.
It's so funny. Like weeks ago when they announced the power ups for Dragonic Knight and King Lion Daisenki, I'm like, Saber power up, Blades power up. I don't see an Espada power up. That doesn't look good.
Duck. Ooh.
Fuck.
It's Valkyrie.
He got a new form, all right.
Yeah, it's 6
Someone
feet.
else's power set.
Yeah, it's 6 feet under.
But yeah, it was
No. He got a new form, all right. Jiao Dragon.
Yeah, basically.
Also, it was funny when Toma's about to henshin into Dragonic Knight, and you see like all the other riders like unhenshin, and they all like scream like "Yeah, go!" And then like after he henshins, you see all of them just smile.
Which is especially hilarious when you see the ones like Ren who are just like lie on the fucking ground.
And then Ren just like when Kento's dying, Ren just starts fucking like crying, bawling his eyes out because he like fucking looks up to the guy, so he's just like
The way
"No!"
the way Kento was like smoking with the dark energy, it was almost like he was becoming a Heartless.
And then we get
Which is kind of not inaccurate.
And then we get like the camera like right in Toma's face, just be like Kento.
But yeah, that one shot at the end of Kuriyami, and then you see Kento's like red-eyed fucking face. It's so clear that like Kento's soul is in the sword.
Yeah, so because his soul left his body, he's technically dead for now.
And this is probably the same thing that happened to Kento's dad when Kamijo fought
Oh,
him.
well, good. They get to sort things out in the sword.
Yeah, which means maybe Kento's dad's soul is still in the sword.
Yeah.
But you see, now
They're
I'm right.
reunited at last.
Now that his body has dissipated, like all tokusatsu heroes do, now he's dead.
Now
He's
dead.
not
No,
actually
he's not.
dead.
He's dead.
Look, dude. Just look at Ryder at any point in like the last 10 years. When has a Ryder died and stayed dead?
Chase.
Fuck you!
I'm sorry to keep bringing up, but it's Chase.
Joke's on you.
Okay,
Mashin.
finales aside.
Yeah, okay. Trust me, I know.
That wasn't the finale he died in.
I did it.
It's
Like,
close enough.
hell, even I made a fucking joke of it in my own like roleplay thing. It's like, it's Christmas Eve. Character dies. One of the characters like, can't believe he's gone. 3 of my characters all proceed to make the joke of how long they were dead for. So there's like, he'll be back eventually,
He'll be back again someday.
and I proceed to bring that character back. I want to say 4 months later. But
And-
fuck, was that a long 4 months?
Of course, because Toei just doesn't know how to keep a serious moment going, we get the Saber dance.
Yeah, sad, horrible, heart-wrenching moment for the second episode in a row, immediately juxtaposed to happy dance ending music.
Look,
And they
look,
even
none
show-
of those jumps are ever going to be as bad as Clanab.
And then
At least it's not Gaoranger episode 37.
and then this ending, we got all the like Kento clips from the
Yeah,
ending.
they showed a bunch of like individual shots of Kento back to back in this version of the ending.
Yeah, so that was cute.
Enjoy him while you have him.
Bitch.
He probably won't be around for like 20 episodes.
That's probably why they only have Toma, May, and Rintaro like doing like the main dance.
Oh yeah, I was
If
wondering
they-
like why don't they add Kento to the ending dance? This
Because
is
they
why.
knew he was going to die,
Why?
so they didn't bother.
So they don't have to redo the dance.
Thank you, Jerry.
So now the question is, are they going to remove him from the opening like they did with Laser?
Probably.
Oh god, I remember that. That was
No, he'll
no,
still
no,
be there. He'll
no,
just be Caliber now.
You know what they'll do? They'll wait until the next rider shows up, because we know that there's going to be another rider showing up.
Or do a few.
Like in January. Once they show up, then they're going to update the opening.
No,
Probably.
it'll just be the same shot of Kento brooding, but his eyes will glow red.
That's easy.
Yeah, so
There's a lot of people saying that May is going to take over as Espada,
Oh, May will.
I kind of hope not.
How about May goes back to doing her real job? You know,
Editing?
the one that she keeps forgetting to go to.
Yeah.
Well, she has to wait on Toma to fucking make a manuscript.
So maybe Toma and them.
He's handed in every deadline
He's
we've
been
seen.
kind of busy making sure his childhood friend doesn't get himself killed.
But he's also
he's
made
fine.
every deadline we've ever seen in the show so far.
That's true, yes.
Hey, you're supposed to be doing some work right now.
Got it.
It's already done.
I'm literally following the fucking writer around and trying to make him finish this. Give me a bit.
So May, what did the company say? Well, after you walked into the giant book to fight monsters, I immediately heard the hang up.
I heard a lot of laughter, then they hung up.
Also got a fax saying I'm fired.
They just kept laughing.
Also, I got a fax in giant letters that just said, "You're fired."
And that just cued the Back to the Future music. It's gone.
It's so funny to me that, like, in the opening, there's a shot of her at her office, but there hasn't been any of her at the office in the actual show.
It's like if the writers don't know what to do with her. Oh, by the way, this is the first episode since episode 6 where the fucking head writer came back.
Oh, good.
That's interesting.
I guess.
It's been fucking 7 episodes, and now he's coming back.
Wow. Like, guy, dude, like you're the head writer of a show. Stick with your show. What else are you doing?
I will have faith that the show will be good for
He
me.
promised it'd be better than Ghost. He promised, like, I'm sorry for Ghost. I'm gonna do better with Saber.
So let's see here. 1, 2, 5, 6, 13.
The fact that he did episode 6 really fucking worries me.
Well, it's Bandai pushing them. Be
You
like,
really didn't like.
toys.
That's fair. Maybe now that we don't need so many new forms debuting, the show will have more focus.
You know,
Now that we got one less character down before.
For now.
Like, you know,
Stop making fun of that.
like, you know, Kamen Rider, once we hit January, all those collectible gimmicks we had, nope.
Big books!
Big power-up books from now on. Never are they going to use those books again.
I wonder if Saber will get like a hazard kind of form.
See, that's what I thought Dragonic Knight was going to be.
Just because it's silver?
No, just because of the look. Something about the look of the form and the way he was in, like, the preview from, like, last episode. I just felt like it was going to be a berserk form, but...
No, I never got that idea.
And just something that... Like, me and Dave were both in agreement on it. Like, that was what we were thinking, and then we watched the episode. Oh, no, he's just overpowering the living shit
That's what
out of the
Buster
other
needs.
guy. Okay.
Buster just needs like a bulky ass form.
No,
Buster is a bulky
No,
ass
but like
form.
bulkier.
You know what Buster and Kenzan need? Seiken drivers.
I've seen a lot of people make art of like what their forms would look like if they use normal Seiken sword drivers. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think the idea is the 3 of them are veterans to the point where like they've chosen specializations.
Like they've customized their weapons.
Yeah, they've like min-maxed their swords to their specific fighting styles.
Saber,
Like,
blades.
we don't need a full sword driver with 3 slots. I only need 1 slot because this is what I do.
Just Saber, Espada, and Blades are all like no skins. Like the default skin.
Yeah. So yes. Next week's episode apparently has some flashbacks of Kento, and we're going to see the debut of Blades, King Lion Daisenki.
That was quick.
It's Kamen Rider.
No, but like
You gotta promote the next toy.
you can't give Dragonic
Well, it's
Knight
the
like
same
a
toy, though.
re-
It's the same.
Nope.
Sorry, what was that, Emily?
It's the same toy though.
I
No,
know
it's-
it is, but
What do you mean same toy?
Like it's the same gimmick toy.
Well, it's a different book. They use the same wrist weapon, but
Oh, but different book, yeah.
they are different
I
books.
just want the book that would like Rintaro uses it. Just read me.
I can't wait to see how fast we go from Draconic Knight overpowering the living fuck out of the main one of the main villains to it getting absolutely crapped on 2 episodes later.
Probably as soon as Caliber reemerges.
Oh yeah.
I kinda hope one of the... Oh wait. They'll just destroy Decase, whatever his name is.
The disaster.
Disaster. Yeah.
But he can come back. He's already has
But they're
several
gonna
times.
find a way to kill him.
They like kill him and then they take the book and just...
Yeah.
But Disaster's gonna be Buster, the Kenzan and Slash's like fucking villain that they work on.
From one of the side specials, Disaster does spend a lot of time talking to Kenzan, and in the series he's talked a lot to Buster, so he does feel like he's an enemy to the veteran riders.
I'll probably spend time during the holiday break watching like the miniseries stuff.
What I love the most about the fucking second episode of the Swordsman Retsuden is we actually got Kenzan Shichi Henshin!
Yes.
We did?
Yes!
Ooh.
It's pretty cool. So glad!
We got one for Slash, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in his debut.
So now all 6 riders have, outside Caliber, don't have a CG.
And I know that those have become less common, but I feel like as long as we get at least one for each form that happens, I'm fine with it, because I can still make a wallpaper out of them.
You could at least make a giant compilation of transformation sequences.
Yeah, and by the way, Dragonic Knights was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Digimon Frontier, about how like the armor like splits apart and then like it like kind of merges.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did. Yeah, so that's Saber. I'm very happy with where the series is going. I'm excited for what's next. I'm looking forward to more.
Like, okay, I don't expect Kento to fucking stay dead for a while, but or the rest of the show, but keep him out of the picture for at least 5 or 6 episodes.
He'll be back next episode.
Oh, the one thing we didn't mention is that after Saber killed Caliber, the dragon sealed up that big white gate book or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't destroy the book because he loves books.
I don't know if that's it.
But I heard something that's actually pretty cool in the next episode, where each of the riders take one of Espada's books and go into battle with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, so it's I don't know who gets Needle Hedgehog, but they all get all right, Espada had 4 books, and I think it's
3.
He
had 3.
Oh yeah, 3. So I think it's Kenzan, Slash, and Buster all use it.
Oh,
they all take
cool.
Take one of his books to be you killed our best friend, you son of a bitch.
The question is, are they going to have forms, or are they just going to use them in a Hisatsu?
No, we saw forms.
Oh, I don't remember seeing them.
Or you didn't really see him, but you saw Buster with a different arm.
Okay, cool. Okay. I know I saw a scan where Buster, Kenzan, and Slash swap second books, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. That may have been what I saw, but
I don't know. Emily, any other closing thoughts on Saber so far?
Not particularly, other than I legitimately am looking forward to seeing if your theory about Caliber sort of fusing with Kento is correct, because it would make sense with what they showed you at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that shot of him at the end where it just shows the sword and then you see Kento's
red glowing eyes,
screaming face and red eyes. I'm his soul is in that sword.
He's suffering.
It's Soul Edge.
Oh my goodness, it's like the movie 9. The machine that takes souls. Right, I'm the only one that ever saw that movie.
Yes.
Alright, someone take us in.
Kiramager!
Garza was my one.
And
How
now I nap.
How fucking funny is it that the episode starts with a recap of the big bow bazooka and Gar just goes, "Turn that shit off!"
Now on, man. No. You know what that's like? That's it. Now I'm gonna kill him.
No, cool.
Alright, before we go into this week's episode, Raven, any thoughts on, or did you just not watch?
He doesn't watch Kiramager.
I don't watch this.
Okay.
I watch whatever's the fuck's on the screen when I get here.
That's fair. Emily, thoughts on last few episodes?
Yodona really likes to stick out her tongue now.
She always has.
No, but more than even before. Before she was a little more stoic, and now what she's learned from humanity is I can stick out my tongue and look evil.
And laugh a lot.
You can make a supercut of every time she does it.
All I can say about her, I walked into the room while this episode was on, and I just went, "Why does she have a face on her crotch?"
And then we were like, "Raven, what the hell are you
holding.
doing here?"
Yeah, the mask
I knew
she's
he was
holding.
So, Raven, how did you get in the house?
The door.
It seems like they're doing more character focus episodes and focusing on all of them, but it's weird because in a lot of shows that do that leads to them getting new power-ups, but they already all have all their power-ups so far, so
that we know of.
It's sort of just character development, which makes sense, but it's just interesting it's not tied to any kind of power-up.
That's just called being a good writer and giving your characters more development.
Right?
Yep.
I agree. It's just unusual for there to not be some kind of tie-in related to some kind of new power-up or move or something.
I think with that, it's just to showcase, like, you know, these characters are actual characters.
They're people.
And I really like that. Precure does that too.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of this whole episode, honestly, was just them playing pool.
It was billiards.
Billiards.
Well, it's pool.
I know it's the professional word for pool, but apparently there are different games you can play using that.
Oh yeah,
table.
no, absolutely. But yeah, no,
I learned that today.
My favorite scene in this whole episode was just all the three of them playing pool. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Just
Jewel was the
two
third
cool
wheel.
guys. Two cool guys.
Yep.
Two cool guys.
Yeah, this was a Shiguru and Tametomo episode.
Because I guess we need more screen time featuring them.
Sure.
Because they're besties, I guess.
They're besties, I guess. These.
I was going to say that if you didn't. I'm glad I didn't have to say it, to be honest.
So I just want to ask, because I don't watch this, is that actually a thing they've established before this? Or
Not very. Not much.
so that was
maybe
just
this is
some
setting it
random
up.
shit they came up with, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It looks fun.
Which, I don't know, I guess they were just like, who haven't we put together yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, the guys.
It's like, guess we haven't really had, like, a guy-focused
Actor in the
episode.
gamer.
Yeah.
The actor and the gamer. So a YouTuber.
Yeah, it was cute. Just Shiguru like, all right,
Yeah.
Joel, you need to shoot off this shot and from this one to this one, get this in the hole. Joel's like, I'll try my best, and I just sat there going, he's either gonna fucking nail this or fuck it up super badly,
Yeah.
and then he ends up getting it. So
apparently Yodana went back to Jotunheim, they're already in Jotunheim, but apparently in the past when King Oradin destroyed the witch,
And
apparently
she
that was
grabbed
just...
the poison from her mask?
She
Yeah,
found
so-
Nuajo's mask.
And she, like... So I guess that explains why her outfit was just kind of bland.
Yeah.
Because it was just a mask. I thought that was her actual face.
Yeah.
me too.
And
I thought it
Yodana...
was her face,
It
too.
makes sense since so many of the Yodon creatures are mask
stallions
based.
have like those frozen faces like that, so
So yeah, she finds the mask and promptly poisons one of the Kiramagers with it. Like, oh, you're only powerful because you're friends? Then I'm going to make you suffer while you watch your friend die.
Which I kind of like that. I kind of like how they've made it that Tometomo and Yodana are the rivalry.
Well, yeah, because when
it's
she was
like-
first introduced, he was crushing on her.
Yeah, and that's like, oh...
I want to make you
oh.
specifically suffer.
Yeah, it's like... So I actually like that. It's like, you were going to shoot me, so why can't I do it? I wasn't aiming for you. I know that you like your friends. And I knew one of your friends would have dodged that attack for you. Aren't I a stinker?
Ain't I a stinker?
so she knew that someone would jump in front and that it would probably be Blue.
Yep.
I mean, it really didn't matter who. She just knew that someone would take the hit for him.
Yodana, the B is silent for bitch.
Okay.
So
And yeah, apparently one of the weird ass like properties of this poison is that the mask can only be destroyed by someone afflicted with its
Poisoned by
poison.
it.
Well, no, it wasn't that. Because Yodana mentioned she modified it a bit. So she made it so that only the person who gets hit by the poison can destroy the mask. That's why
if
it has a
she's
different
capable of
effect on
modifying
humans.
it that way, then why didn't she modify it so no one could destroy the mask?
Because she
Because
just
where's
wanted
the
to
fun in that?
Yeah, because she just wanted to torture them.
She likes toying with them.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
In the rule book of being a supervillain,
There must be a
Yeah,
way
exactly. You have to give the hero an out.
that, and you have to toy with them.
out. Yeah.
You can't just kill them because, according to the Joker, there is no punchline.
Yep.
Exactly.
It was so funny seeing Shiguru like with his pale face and flopping about. Like he really plays being poisoned well.
Oh, yeah, you gotta give it up to whoever was doing the makeup department for him this episode.
Yeah.
Because as the episode gradually goes along, you see his face gets more pale, and also the actor himself
He played it well.
He did play it well because
Yeah.
the actor.
I liked it when he got poisoned and then he unmorphed and he was just already fucking fucked up. And I was like, that's cool.
So cold.
I'm so cold. That's because you're blue. No, I'm actually cold. Yeah, and you're actually blue. looks at his fingers. Ah.
The way he like henshins after he gets poisoned was so, it sounds mean to say, but it was so funny. He's like, Kiramager.
But they did one of the cool things I like when they do in Sentai. Instead of doing the stock sequence transformation, it was like
just him where he stood.
Yeah, just where he stood and like his body glowed and then like the helmet came on.
Yeah.
Which this episode made me really remember, fuck, these suits are gorgeous.
I'll say what I said at the beginning. The suits are gorgeous. I don't like the helmets. Particularly Blue's, which is really rough.
I don't know, maybe I'm just having like nostalgia for like when, because this is around like the same time last year when we finally got designs for the helmets.
Yeah, we'll be seeing Zenkaiger soon.
Yeah.
It somehow feels like 2 seconds ago that we saw the Kiramager outfits for the first time.
Yeah.
That's what happens when a year passes.
So...
Also, it's been confirmed that Kiramager and Saber are going on hiatus January 3rd. So that means my theory is correct that Kiramager will only have 45 episodes.
Okay.
So we are now entering the home stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
So, Garza shows up in Smog Joki to cause chaos, and of course...
His calamity has grown because his master plan has failed.
He's angry today!
Oh, no. Red flags? Crimson. So mad he took over King Express.
Yeah, Takemichi tries to fight him off, and then they try forming King Express, but then Garza decides, if they can take me over, I can take them over. And he takes control of Express and forms not King Express, but Jaku King Express.
Kind of like...
How is it different?
Red
It's
eyes.
got evil red eyes.
I wish he corrupted. I wish he kind of corrupted King Express, so it was also like black and purple.
Agreed.
Well,
cool.
Agreed,
I mean,
but...
that would have made a lot of sense, but then maybe they'd have to make a toy of that.
Well,
You say that like they wouldn't totally be down to sell us another toy.
Yeah.
but I think the reason why they didn't do it is because it was just for one episode.
Yeah.
But it could have been more.
Oh, if they made a premium Bandai, Jakun King Express, I would be all over that.
Oh, yeah. That would look so good.
Which, by the way, as of today, I now currently have not in possession, but every single Kirame mech.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
First time ever where I actually have an entire Sentai mech line.
But yeah, so Blue and Yellow try their best to get this mask destroyed, and I have to say, props to their efforts. It was so funny watching Blue try and jump off Jetter to attack. Of course, every time they try, they failed.
Yeah.
I was ready for, like, Tametomo to hold Shiguru's arm while he pointed and shot his gun, and Tametomo was just, like, steadying his arm so that he could shoot the mask himself.
But the way that they did it was kind of good foreshadowing a bit. So the idea that they had is that they remember what Jewel did during the pool game.
The deflection.
Yeah, where he hit one ball and it hit another ball to get into the pocket. To get into the pocket. So they came up with the idea of Tametomo shooting one of his Kirame, like bullets, missiles, discs, whatever you want to call them, at Shiguru. And Shiguru, like, deflected it with the Kirame shield, and it hit the mask, thus making it Shiguru hitting the mask on his own.
So he used the fighting guardians in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, he pulled all you need to do to win is just parry. He parried the laser.
It's like bunting. It's like bunting the ball in baseball.
Yeah. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to argue the semantics of it's not really Shiguru's attack, but like this is already a stupidly philosophical rule set for like, only the poison can break the weapon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or break the mask.
You want to talk about logic in a show about ordinary human beings talking to magical space rocks fighting off a band of misfits.
Yeah.
You mean Steven Universe?
Yeah.
Okay, the other... the live action version of ordinary humans talking to magical space rocks fighting off a band of misfits.
You walked into that one.
Yes, I did.
Gar, were you trying to set up for that?
No, I knew someone was going to say Steven Universe.
You mean Steven Universe?
The other show Juro Universe.
Jewel Universe.
Jewel. That sounds like a test pilot episode.
We are the Crystal Jewels.
Shiguru, Tomitomo, Senna, and Sayo, and Jewel!
And Takamichi.
Boku no Jewel.
Yeah,
Boku Jewel.
Boku Jewel.
Steven.
Where'd Jewel go at halfway through that fight with Tomitomo and Shiguru? Oh, that's right. He summoned the Go Arrow.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool watching Jaku King Express fight Grateful
Driller.
Phoenix. Like fighting Grateful Phoenix because it's once again we have a brother versus brother fight.
Brother, my brother. Tell me what we're fighting for.
I was singing that while we were watching the episode.
Like again, I kind of want King O'Radin to come back in in air quotes here, human form,
Humanoid form.
yes, humanoid suit form. Get himself a morpher and turn into Kirame Crystal,
That would be fucking awesome.
That'd be amazing.
and him and Garza have like a
I also like that name, Kirame Crystal.
like a final fight, and it's silver with like decked out like crystal around
Yes.
it. Yeah.
I still want freaking
Kirame Gold.
dark Kirame.
Oh yeah. I call it the Gaoranger because instead of Kiramental, it's Jamental.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like him and Garza, Hakatami Nami actually makes Kirame Gold,
Yeah.
and Takamichi all go up against Garza.
Oh, that'd be
I
good.
would love to see that in the final battle.
The final family fight.
Yeah,
That'd be
like the
cool.
final fight between family.
Final Family Feud.
The family feud.
And you have Hakatami Nami and maybe Takamichi try to get to Garza to explain you may not like your brother, but look at us, we're able to get along, even though I've been off Earth for 30 years?
That sounds like a Disney song cue.
Disney, cue it.
Oh, one other thing that was really cool with Blue and Yellow is after he gets unpoisoned, they start fighting Yodana more, and Yodana whips Blue's sword out of his hand, and then Tomitomo shoots the sword while it's in midair so that it goes back into Shiguru's hand. That was fucking cool.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool
Yeah,
teamwork.
even I had to sit there and go, yeah, that was fucking badass.
Oh no,
right
gotcha,
there.
bro.
Yeah.
Just continues his fucking combo in the middle of it, too.
Yeah.
This is real,
Thanks for saving my combo, bro!
right?
Wombo combo.
But yeah, and then they actually hit Yodana with an attack that causes an explosion.
Oh shit, Yodana may be going down for the count.
But no, instead she gets real fucking angry and
starts to phase like a stand out of her body.
she screams in rage and then you start to see the shadow of the Emperor of Yodon behind her. And it was at that point I was like, oh no, she's calling for daddy!
Yeah, she's the
And then
princess.
She's
of
asking for the
Denmark.
manager.
And then when he was like, oh wait, she's the secretary to the Emperor, and I'm like, oh, so what she's actually going is, call for you on line 1!
Major's line
Yes.
1, sir.
I'm gonna talk to the manager.
Karen Major.
It is. It's Gaoranger.
So the Emperor tells Garza, who's about to win the Megazord fight, to fuck off and go save Yodana, which he does.
But holy shit, that's actually
I'm about to basically win this whole war for us.
Garza.
Fuck
Status
fine.
quo!
Just
Garza, do it.
Do it.
get
Yep.
Satan wants you gamma peps. Gamma pep. Come on, Fez, get me a pep. But just I'm kind of glad we didn't really hear Emperor Yodon do a giant speech thing. It's just Garza.
Yeah.
And it's just even that alone, just that's intimidating.
Even that spooked Jewel to the point where he in the ending scene he draws out what he saw in his head, and it was evil Groot.
What? You want me to go pick up Yodana? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. That he ended up. The silhouette looked a lot like Groot.
Right?
Groot.
If I was directing this episode, I probably wouldn't have had him say anything oh, when I heard the voice, this is what I saw. Maybe just have Jewel in the corner drawing. And it's what is it, Jewel? What are you drawing? He's just speechless. Hands them the paper. And then just like
Even
then
then,
there,
evil
it's like, what did you see?
Tell me what your
And
elven eyes
apparently
see.
that is what
Yeah.
Emperor Yodon looks like.
I forgot to look for the scan for extra, but yeah, that's apparently Emperor Yodon. I don't like it.
My only problem
Oh,
is, and this is the biggest problem with it,
Oh, okay.
it's too narrow in the legs.
He's very tall.
He has like a rug over his legs. It's weird. It
It looks sort of like a
No.
Japanese pottery.
looks like a rug.
It does look like a rug.
Undoshi.
Well,
Can't
yeah,
believe this. I'm losing to a rug.
Lane,
I knew someone was going to say that.
Lane, you gotta remember, they're the Jotunheim, the misfits. He's a homeless person.
The
King
king of the homeless.
He's king of the homeless. Look at me, I'm the bum of the future.
So he's Lawrence Fishburne from John Wick 2 and 3?
Sure.
Yeah, he played King of the Hobos.
And he's got like weird balloon nipples.
No, I think that's a reference to Zeton. A lot of people compared him to Jorgenstein or
Yogo Stein from Gaoranger.
yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, I see it in the face. I see it in the body structure.
Okay, so he's got these like weird side faces sticking out of his shoulders. I want so bad for them to talk.
They all just have three voices.
Thank God, dude!
They're just like his like shoulder devil, but they're both the devil.
Oh no!
Oh, this is unbelievable!
No. Or what would be cool is that it's like the Quintessons from Transformers because they have like 5 heads.
It looks like they've got skull faces, so I just want to hear Papyrus voices out of them. Yeah, do evil!
You know what you do? You have the main head be Frank Welker doing his Dr. Claw voice. On the right side, you have on the left
I knew
side.
you were doing a Dr. Claw impression. Like, that's what it sounded like.
Yes. I'll get you next time, Majors. Next time. The blue one there, because it looks like he has like blue claws around him.
Yeah.
Maybe someone like Tom Kenny. Or like Jim Cummings.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Someone with a nasally voice. And then like the red one on the side there. You get David Kaye just to go all out with the glorious leader, Emperor Yodon.
They're just like his own personal cheering squad.
Yeah.
Aren't those just alternate faces?
Yes,
Fucking
but
maybe.
shut
They
up.
just fucking snap shut over top of his face to give him a different emoji.
Maybe. Oh, it's like hexadecimal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking anyway.
I don't know.
See? You don't need anyone. You just need yourself. Which is quite sad.
Remember, be yourself.
Be yourself.
Which I guess this goes with the... Actually, you know what? This may go into the whole theory of the whole like meaning behind the Jotunheim. Because when we first started the show, I like translated the word Jotunheim, and it's like, in a sense, like the land of like it was like misfits.
Yeah.
Misfits in a sense. So maybe it's like
He's the ultimate misfit toy.
he is the ultimate misfit because he had no one else to talk to except for himself.
Oh, he's just gone fucking insane.
He went insane because he could not trust anyone except for himself.
He just like self-proclaimed himself as Emperor of Jotunheim.
He created Jotunheim
I feel like
So
we're
that-
reaching a little
so
far.
no one else would feel abandoned.
Hoboheim.
Because, I mean, think of it. You have Yodana, who's human. The witch character, like, human in air quotes. You have the witch. You have freaking Crunchula, who we haven't seen anyone else like him. The Jamin beasts the Jamins that look, different from each other. And of course, Garza, the guy that didn't feel like he was welcomed into the family. He's making a home for all the misfits.
I feel like you're reaching a little bit, but I see where you're coming from.
I like it. I think it's cool.
I'd be interested to see if they do go down that road, but we'll just have to see.
We got 10 episodes left, so
Yeah.
it's only but speaking of next time, it's golf. Sentai is facing its truest monster, golf.
And also Mabushina gets drunk.
And AkaYellow makes a
Yeah,
cameo.
like, it looks like Mabushina gets really, really drunk.
So drunk she does the typical, head, tie around the head.
Yeah, and the
cheeks
blushing.
The
And,
salaryman thing.
Look, man, if that preview is anything to go off of, it's going to be like the frigging hangover quest from Skyrim. Because there was a couple moments in that preview of her walking up to somebody asking what happened. It's like, you did this!
Oh, God.
Which I'm actually surprised they didn't wait until the New Year's episode to do this because, New
'cause
Year's
people getting
celebration.
complicated.
Yeah.
Or
That's in Japan. It's more of a it's more of a formal celebration. It's not really. They still get drunk though, don't they?
Sometimes.
But I guess, I think for us, like Westerners, because I don't want to say Americans because we're Canadians.
Yeah.
So us Westerners, we do more of like hardcore partying.
Drink.
On the first day of Christmas, Godzilla gave to me shots. They're on me.
Why
Oh,
not?
God.
Monster Island Buddies, 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah, that's Kiramager.
Pretty fun episode.
Yeah, I like the pool.
I don't know why it gave me Ultraman Rube.
Billiards.
It gave me Ultraman Rube
Not wrong.
feelings. Not because of its tone, but just how it focused on two characters, and Rube also focused on two protags.
This is Ultraman Ebe. Yellow Blue.
Yeah. Ultra.
Sure.
So, anyways, we should get into our feature topic.
And I guess I should get going. But thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
joining us, Emily. We hope to see you in our next feature topic next weekend.
Yep, I hope so too. I just had to catch up on a bunch of Sentais and didn't have time to watch it, sadly.
It's alright.
I don't know. It's usually me when it comes to the writer feature topics.
No,
Alright.
but it's not because I don't want to watch the topic. It's because it's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
God, I it's almost 9. But okay, bye everyone. Take care and stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
And we're moving forward.
Sentai Gaoranger!
So,
I did not expect this to be an hour-long movie.
I have a letter here.
What?
I have a letter here.
Uh-huh.
It's from AkaYellow.
Oh,
God.
Dear Castrangers, you're probably wondering why I'm not here to do another wacky Super Sentai discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid I've spent too much time in your world.
In our world.
So I, AkaYellow, have left to return back to my home dimension and rejoin my family my family of Gaorangers. I may return sometime next year, perhaps in April, but for now, this is farewell. But if I could leave any final words for the year, thank you, Radio Sentai Castranger, for taking time out of your lives to watch and discuss Super Sentai shows that other fans wouldn't give a chance, even glance at. Happy holidays, Castranger family, and good luck with 2021. I've seen some behind-the-scenes photos of Zenkaiger, and I think you guys will have an enjoyable time. Farewell for now, your guide to everything that is Super Sentai, AkaYellow. P.S. Tell Garzilla I'm sorry for getting his name wrong the entire year. He did a great job at looking at the real history of Super Sentai shows. He really deserves a pat on the back for going the extra mile.
I can't reach you. I'm sorry.
So,
So what you're telling me is he's gone.
Sick high
he's
five.
gone.
Party time! Celebrations!
Well,
We will miss you, AkaYellow.
I mean, you will.
Okay, so was this like the Gaoranger movie, or was this like a side special?
The crossover movies at this time were considered V cinemas. Like, they were straight to DVD.
Okay, so this wasn't like the Gaoranger movie. This
No.
was a crossover.
Yeah, there was a...
Yep.
Yeah.
Kaguya, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
Not
AkaYellow, Guards.
AkaYellow.
Two different people.
I guess we can take the headphones off.
Oh yeah, I guess we can take the headphones off.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
So, Toei, Toei realized, this is... Gaoranger was considered 25th anniversary project. And they said, you know what? Why not just make a giant celebration out of it? And this marked the first of, I want to say, a trilogy of current Sentai versus Super Sentai.
Yeah. And once again, the whole idea of it, as usual, the idea of it being versus was largely insignificant.
Because money.
Yeah.
It makes money.
The only thing that would even qualify as versus was just the fact that they were training with each other.
So,
honestly, this movie was just one big, great hour and 10-minute clip show.
well, to be fair, this was their first time doing something like that. Like, there were crossover movies before this.
Yeah, I'm
But-
not saying that's bad,
But never was there a time where they actually, took the time to do, like, a giant celebration
clip
of
show.
25 years.
Honestly, I just saw it as like a Super Sentai sampler. It's like, oh, you're watching Gaoranger right now, but check out these other Sentai from the past.
But the DVDs aren't out yet.
yeah, so there was no way to do that.
Happy hunting down old recordings
VHS tapes.
from freaking otakus.
Yeah, from the back of some dude's car in a parking lot.
Japan doesn't have parking lots.
That's how I got Sailor Moon Stars.
Oh yeah, bootlegs.
Yeah. I literally, at one of the Anime Norths, I was on a Sailor Moon panel with a dude dressed up as Sailor Mars. Really nice guy. And then he, as sketchy as it sounds, after the panel, he took me out to his car where he gave me, from his trunk, a full set of VHS tapes of Sailor Moon Stars subbed.
That story could have went in a totally other different direction. Either that, or we got the theatrical cut, and we didn't have the director's cut.
And I never saw the dude again.
Look, that could be said about basically any convention story from like
Yes.
our early con days. You just kind of walked off with people to random places, and you could never be seen again. You never know.
Yeah, I mean,
I never saw that dude again. After he gave me the tapes.
I remember when I asked a girl out to dance at Noe no Ichi one Anime North, and I met her up with her in the dance, and then she kind of ran off with other people, and I never saw her again. And I was like, oh.
What could have been?
That was the year when Carmel Dancing was super fucking popular. Yeah. How old do you feel now, people?
Yeah.
pretty young.
It's not even a Japanese song.
Take that, Zoomers.
Yeah, it's not even a Japanese song. It's a freaking Swedish song.
Yeah.
So anyways, Gaoranger versus Super Sentai starts off with being like...
Remember what villains are?
So...
We got Toxica, we got Gendrax.
There's a string line of fucking villains who tried to take over the world.
They all failed.
And it didn't work.
We'll try it again.
And over... and over, and again, and again, and again.
Again, and again, and again, and again.
So yeah, we see, in Wild Force they're called Gendrax and Toxica, but apparently in Gaoranger their names are Yabaiba and Suetsue, which is hilarious because the female's name is just Rod. Because she has a rod.
I like Toxica more, that was a better name. She was all like...
and this, so... It's sort of canon, not really. Let's just say this special considers the first arc of the show, which is like the first 13, 14 episodes.
Yeah.
Like canon.
We haven't watched Gaoranger on Castranger yet, but I will say from this special, it's surprising how accurate to Gaoranger Wild Force was. The monsters were called orgs in both. The morphing sequences were fucking identical.
And, it was because apparently, like, Jonathan Zacher, who was, like, the head producer of Wild Force at the time, wanted to make Power Rangers more faithful to the Sentai story. So it was, like, beat for beat. As we've seen with Samurai, though, there are instances where doing so does not work to your favor.
I like that they decided, though, the Red Ranger's going to grew up in the jungle.
The Red Ranger's Tarzan.
Or Georgia the Jungle.
Yellow Ranger's a girl, and also a fighter pilot.
Watch out for that Zord!
I mean, Taylor, the Yellow Ranger was my favorite in Wild Force, personally.
In which, even in my own fanfic, where Zyuohger gets adapted, Taylor becomes the mentor.
That's cool.
And she becomes Orange.
Oh, Zuo Bird.
Yeah, Zuo Bird.
Nice.
Oh, Zuo Bird.
So, apparently there's been this org that's been just underground for thousands of years named Rakasha.
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
I know the name because that's also a persona.
Rakshasa.
He's like this Dr. Seuss looking motherfucker.
Yeah, he's got these like weird furry tentacles that look like there's something out of a Dr. Seuss book.
Which is weird because it doesn't match the rest of his body.
He has like this like shiny like purple horn and like.
Oh, according to Dimension Caster in Indonesian, that means giant.
Makes sense, I guess. In Persona, Rakshasa is this skinny red ninja-looking dude with swords.
Can that be the name of the episode? Just Boo Rakshasa?
No.
Aw, that's funny.
It's
Booyakasha.
Yeah, it's supposed
Booyakasha.
Booyakasha.
It's supposed to be Booyakasha.
Boo Rakshasa.
Booyakasha.
Aw.
So anyway, the
Gaorangers get their asses handed to them.
and 3 of them get their like bravery sucked out or something.
Bitches.
Well, yeah, like I think like Yellow can't like fathom the fact that he lost a battle because like he's like, but I'm the best swordsman ever. Like, what the fuck? We never lose. What the fuck?
I didn't lose. I never lose.
And like Black's just like, oh, I'm not strong enough, and
I'm so stupid.
And White's just like, yeah, I'm a girl.
Oh, look at me! I'm
like wasn't it like she would like I wasn't her problem? It was just like, oh, like I just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like it's because like one of the other like fucking Sentai girls is just like, no, you're a Sentai girl, you can do plenty of shit.
So yeah, the basic idea is like each of them gets discouraged after this fight, and they run into a previous Sentai who gives them an aspiring speech and a way too long clip show of previous Sentai to cheer them up.
Hey, at least it's not like freaking the Kamen Rider Zed Cross special, where they literally have a VHS tape to show Zed Cross. Hey, here are the 9 previous riders before you. And you actually see them sit down in a living room.
Take notes!
Yeah, and it's like, it was like Kamen Rider Stronger. And like, I think Stronger was actually there in the room. He's like, that's me. And like,
yes.
Super One's there. He's like, that's also me.
I feel like that should have been something like they put in Masked Rider. Like, just like fucking like Dex is sitting down, he's just watching, like, watch our previous battles, Dex, so you can improve yourself.
Yep.
I am Amazon!
So yeah, the G phones, they're the Gaoranger morphers.
Just fucking come to life and bail.
Just yeet.
We're free!
Also,
Oh my god, it's over. We're free. No, it's not over. It's just the first act. I said we're free.
so as in Wild Force, like they also say Wild Access, but then like you just hear the Gaorangers just shout in English, "Summon! Spirits of the Earth!" It fucking kills me. I
It
love
almost
when they
sounds
say
like
that.
they're saying spirits of the ass.
Yeah, but I kind of like when they say it every time because like I don't know, it's funny. I like hearing them belt out something in English.
Yeah.
Also, I love the Wild Force suits.
Yes.
Like,
all right.
And it may just be like, you know, since they were the first Power Ranger team I ever watched. It's just like, you know, when I think of Power Rangers, I just think of Wild Force.
Wild Force.
Yeah.
Also, like this show, Gaoranger's equivalent of Princess Shayla, just like trips on her own shit and is unconscious for most of the
Yeah,
stuff.
she sees the villain, fucking like stumbles back, trips, and like hits her head, and just
doesn't
God.
wake up until the whole thing's over.
Sorry, pay cut.
they're like, "Oh my god, guys, Rakshasha's fucking unleashed." What? We got him. Oh,
Did that
There's
same-
no way you guys beat him. He never was out
he
at all.
never dies. He's immortal.
All right, cool.
What part of the immortal orc or org?
Org.
What part of the immortal orc don't you Take 3. What part of the immortal org do you not understand?
Wild Force. Org.
Swedish chef as an orc.
The sweetest org.
It was so funny. Like, so like Red gets like trapped in an illusion by Rakshasa because he's like really hard to make him despair and all that to suck out his warrior spirit. So I love in the illusion he just gets like shanked by a bunch of randos passing by, and then gets fucking shot by the police.
But then they end up being mooks as well.
Yeah, it was all an illusion, but it was still really hilariously weird to see. Like he's just in a crowd of people who are just like walking by and then casually like pulling out switchblades and stabbing him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the other 4 like run into like an old Sentai alumni member. So like Black runs into like
Ginga
Blue, Goki.
Yeah.
which I was happy to see him because he was a cool guy.
white-
Blue runs into Daimon, go yellow.
That was the funniest one because the first time you see him, like he's like in a police box out in the distance, and I forget what it was that like hit him or bit him, but
it was the
morpher,
Yeah.
and you just like from a distance you hear him go, "Ita! Ouch!"
He's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, dude, you need to train me.
This is
what
the
the fuck
most-
are you talking about?
This guy is the most high-strung, coffee-drinking bastard I've ever
milk
seen.
drinking.
And then we find out, he just really, really likes milk.
Yeah, so like they show a clip of him where like he's in like a karate gi and like he's in like middle of like a bow or something like that. He just downs this fucking carton of milk and just goes fucking ham on this monster.
Milk tornado drop!
Yeah, and like he spins. Like we're gonna add this to the thumbnail because it's fucking genius. But like he spins and it, like he looks like he's like a glass of milk, like or like a cookie like dunking into like a glass of milk. It's so fucking funny.
Oh my god!
Oh, I'm like this guy's amazing.
Keep in mind, that was only one episode.
And that's the guy who was yellow from Go-Go 5.
Yeah.
Gal White bumps into Mega Pink, who's hanging out at an arcade, in which I'm just here thinking, you're 3 years out of high school. What are you doing with your life?
And I love that not only does she get a clip of like female rangers, but also the fact that female members of these teams have basically cosplay powers.
I mean, Gokai Pink, got these powers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was the one episode where it's like, oh, we need help. Gokai Pink, can you do anything? I'll go cosplay.
Like, they show a bunch of clips where, like, the female members of Sentai teams can just pull whatever outfit they want out of nowhere.
A tennis player. Fucking, like, one turns into, like, a nun at some point.
Yeah, that was, I think it was May from Gaoranger.
Oh my god.
But you got to see Peggy again.
No, we only saw her from the waist up. It's not the same.
Fine.
No, and then, like, at one point we
But
saw,
you got
like...
to see Time Pink.
Yeah. Also, we got to see Toxica in a fucking bathing suit, and I was like, what?
I mean,
I just love how it's like she shows up, and then there are a bunch of just other women who are like doing the like mook pose where they like bend down slightly and pat their head.
Good boy.
And you see them doing that pose for like half a second before they turn back into the suits.
Yeah, like, as they end up at, like, in a pool, and she's just like, yeah, like, we're able to, like, change our outfits whenever we want, just like right now. It's just like, why the fuck are we in bathing suits? Like...
And then they take it a step further where like the two ranger girls start running away, and then Tsue Toxica in her suit just like goes at them fucking full tilt, and then she just gets splashed into the water.
Into the pool.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is the same pool from the second Ryu Soldier ending.
It's also the same pool where they did the Kiramager Go Buster ending dance.
Yeah. It just looks like Great Wolf Lodge.
That's a Canadian place.
Yeah, I've been there.
I've been
Well,
outside
wanted to
there.
go there.
My grade 12 retreat was literally just down the street from it.
Oh, wow.
It's like, oh, are we going to go there? No.
We
Too
can't
expensive.
afford that.
No, we just spent $5 million on an extension of the school. We can't afford to take you guys to Great Wolf Lodge. Apparently they have them in America. Guess that doesn't make us special.
Oh.
But you know what does make this special? Well, special?
Nice.
Nice. The Red Ranger representative for the previous teams is Red Falcon from Live Man. And what basically...
He teaches Yellow how to be a fucking sortie.
And not to be afraid of death.
Yeah, also, because like we find him where he's visiting like the graves of like the dead friends and the generals from Live Man, which was cool.
Keep in mind that this took place in 2001 and Live Man ended in 1989. So how many years between that?
12.
Like 12 years. 12 years plus the 3 years that take place in the first episode of Live Man. That's at least 13 years.
15 years.
15 years, yeah.
Yes, yeah, 15 years. He's still going there to see his friends drop flowers.
Yeah.
Not only that, he's leaving flowers behind for the two friends that he lost.
Yeah.
The other two members, right?
That got corrupted by Brain Army Volt.
Yeah.
How good of a friend is that?
Yeah.
The best.
And also he was like dressed up like he was from 1988 and 89 because he
He's
had
still wearing one of those suits.
yeah, like one of those like suits without like the tie and shit on it. And I'm just like how at one point one of the clips or whatever we saw of like the girl Sentai, we see like a bunch of them like in like with sunglasses with machine guns, and I'm just like, you can't get any more 80s than that. It was so funny.
Then you have Gaoranger where it showed AkaYellow in a freaking bikini with freaking what are those guns?
A machine gun?
Like a machine gun, sort of, with like giant row of bullets on it.
Oh, it's an M60.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Went full Rambo.
Full Rambo against the monster that could control you through their bikinis.
and like black Lords from Goki like being like, oh, like you gotta appreciate everything, not just humanity. You gotta like just protect all life. And like,
and then he almost steps on a flower.
Yeah, he almost steps on a flower, which Black just goes like, no! And Goki's like, yeah, you did it, you learned it, sweet. I also used to cry a lot, so I thought my race was dead.
Well, not that. Just he's the big softy.
He is the big softy.
But
also, you guys were saying during the movie how it's funny that like their whole thing is like, oh, we must protect all life on Earth, and then you guys brought up the fact like, wait, the orgs are from Earth.
well,
We protect the Earth from itself.
so okay. The orgs, in a sense, are like polluted creatures.
Yeah.
So it's the whole like environmentalist pollution type of battle. But like,
I mean, we see some pretty cool orgs. We see, like a
tire org.
Okay.
Stoplight.
Out of all of them.
wedding dress.
There were two that really stood out in my mind. Number one was the fucking cell phone org because it had goddamn ringtone kick.
Which, when he did kick him, you heard a ringtone.
I did. That doesn't make it not stupid.
Rambo yellow. That's good, Jerry.
And then fucking the wedding dress org with a fucking candle flame, and its weakness is lightly splashed with water.
Well, yeah, no, because the only way you can ruin a wedding dress permanently is to spill something on it.
And
if you spill something on a wedding dress, it's done. You can't get that out.
And I absolutely love that the monster's like, ha, you think that will work on me again? Wait, it actually did. Fuck.
I wish you would have seen the photocopier org.
I think that was later
That show
on,
has some of the stupidest monsters.
I think that's clever that they like take inanimate objects. It's like, all right, we're sticking a horn on it, and it's a monster.
No, you gotta stick two horns on it.
Oh, two horns. Sorry, yes.
So that is the difference between the generals and the monsters of the week. The monsters the generals have one horn, and the monsters have two horns.
I get it. It's because they have a summoner horn.
Did Gaoranger like have an equivalent to Master Org? Like, I know they didn't do the whole like, oh, he's a human, he's not an actual org.
Yes and no. So in Gaoranger, it kind of did what Gaoranger did with it replacing the big N general.
Like the people that Toxica and Gindrax were following.
Yeah. So there was like the first big bad they beat, and then he got assassinated by the second big bad.
Oh, so the actual big bad doesn't show up until near the end.
The big bad is revealed to be all three of the generals that showed up throughout the show, combined into one, and that's what Master Org was at the very end.
Wow.
I'll admit, Wild Force did a better job with its big bad being Master Org.
That was actually a really well-written idea.
And I think, I know this will never get published or anything, in my Zooger fanfic, I had Genis be Master Org, like DNA being sucked into space, going through a black hole, and it creating Genis.
Also, like, did Master Org like work with Cole's parents or something?
Yeah. So just to have the more relatability to how he used to be a nice guy,
and he betrayed his parents.
He got corrupted.
Yeah.
I liked it when Mesogog did it better.
Mesogog was pretty cool.
Anyway, so we talked about these cameos, but we haven't talked about the coolest one ever. So several times in this movie, we see this very old wise man
Raiden-looking motherfucker.
Cryptic advice. And then, boom, shoosh, pa! It turns out it's Bamba Tsukichi from Jack!
It's big! Why?
It's Kamen Rider V3.
It's big one. Also, the general from Gaoranger.
Yeah, Captain... No, it's not Gaoranger. It was Red. He shows up to be the representative of, like, the 70s, I guess.
And he absolutely hands Sue her fucking shit without even morphing.
Because that's how badass he is.
Yeah. He's got like rose bombs.
Never forget, this is the same guy that manipulated an alligator Nazi monster into making him think he was Adolf Hitler.
That was great.
Coming back from the afterlife to congratulate him on keeping the Nazi name alive.
Jacko was truly a very interesting thing.
And everyone says Starfish Hitler is the only big Nazi thing.
Well, no, then there was Hitler's greatest treasure, Kamen Rider!
Oh, right.
He fucking comes out of a Nazi coffin. Oh.
Isn't Shocker supposed to be like a sub-organization from the Nazis or like their Reich?
Shocker was basically Hydra.
Heavily based on them, but maybe not necessarily.
Because
Shocker's Hydra, let's be real.
Because Japan isn't afraid of, like, expressing shit like that.
Even though they were the Allies, not part of the Axis.
And speaking of imagery that's not very pleasant, Red Ranger gets fucking crucified.
Japan doesn't care about crucifixion.
They like to do it a lot.
As I've seen in the O's Deno Let's Go Kamen Rider movie.
And
it ain't just
another
that.
famous
I bet.
1972's Ultraman Ace, where the previous Ultramen are all on crosses out in space. And Ultraman Ace is getting his ass handed to him by robot clones of them, and they just have to stand there and watch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Also, there's like a robot that's built to destroy Ace called Ace Killer. It's pretty cool.
Succinct.
Ultraman.
Oh wait, sorry, no. Japan was part of the Axis powers.
Yeah.
I got my Hetalia wrong.
But yeah, so there's a fake out where two of the Rangers disguise themselves as Yabaiba and Suitsui to get close to Rakshasa and free them and blah blah blah. And then everyone henshins, including the cameo Rangers, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, and this is also the first time I can't find my stick right now, so I can't do it. They kind of end off the giant transformation sequence by just Waida! Super Sentai! And they all just explode.
Multicolored explosion.
Yeah. And this would be a big catchphrase throughout the crossover movies afterwards.
Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned it, but apparently this is what inspired Forever Red.
Yes, so Saban took elements of this giant anniversary crossover for Forever Red with the big scene at the very end of this special having all the Red Rangers from AkaRanger to Time Red.
Which, I saw that because I saw something that was labeled Super Sentai, and I saw like a Power Ranger, and I was like, wait, what the fuck was that? Is that? And that was like 17, 18 at the time, so I clicked on it, and I watched it, and it was that whole sequence, and I was like, wait, who are all these other Power Rangers? And then it got to Zoolanger, and I was like, oh, there they are, I recognize all those ones, but who are the other? And then
Power Rangers blitzing new powers.
And then that's when my mind was blown that I found out that, all the footage that they used in Power Rangers wasn't original footage. It was
how dare
taken
they?
from Super Sentai.
I've been lied to!
I know, and that's when I discovered Super Sentai was a thing.
There was always something like, I knew it was based on a Japanese
I was super
show,
gullible.
but I never really understood to what degree until I watched a little bit of Zoolanger for the
So
first
then
time.
I proceeded to watch a couple
and I was
episodes.
like,
I proceeded to watch a couple episodes of Mighty Morphin, and I looked at the footage, and I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't look like it's American at all.
right? It doesn't look like it's the same
Damn it!
shot. It
How-
really doesn't.
How dare America do what Americans do and half-ass their work?
You lied to me!
And then I was like, okay, good, the movie was original footage. I got it.
Yeah. That's a big thing that Wild Force did, but Gaoranger didn't. Wild Force had an all original team up with Time Force. Gaoranger never had a crossover with Time Ranger.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so all the Red Rangers show up and they all introduce themselves in their roll call by actually pulling footage from each of their original shows. And you can tell this because you can hear their own
the
background
fucking
music.
background music from those scenes.
And like the audio's terrible.
It's cutting in and out during every single stock footage they put in. It's so distractingly hilarious.
The worst one, I do have to admit, was Ryu Ranger from Die Ranger. Because their music was so fucking loud during his roll call.
Also, he spoke the longest because he said his name and title.
Yeah. According to Toei, they didn't have the original.
They didn't have the master audio anymore?
They didn't have the master audio on hand for this.
Wow.
And I get... Well, this wasn't meant to be released in theaters. It was legit straight to VHS, DVD,
They
whatever.
just did with what they had.
And they're like, no one's going to see this unless they actually paid for it.
Unless they're like hardcore diehard fans.
Yeah.
Also, holy hell, Gao White like scratches up Tsue's face. Nasty. There's like blood all over her. That was gruesome.
I like Gao White. She's really cute. She has a really punchy face.
And then Gao Blue uses the fucking milk drop.
Yeah.
Here's like the big infamous photo, the big famous photo of all the Red Rangers together.
I love Battle Japan. Looks more like gray there than white.
Yeah, it's the coloring.
Yeah, I love Battle Japan's outfit though. It's so cool.
So they use the big slash and slash Rakshasa, and then he just instantly grows giant.
And then they use Gao
Yes,
Muscle
they do.
against them because, as you do, Gao Muscle is awesome.
Except it gets tentacled.
My favorite Wild Force Megazord is the one that Silver uses, but the evil version.
Oh, the Gao Hunter.
Yes, the Predator one is fucking so cool.
Is it called like the Predazord or something?
Yeah, it's called the Predazord in Wild
it's
Force.
So cool.
Like, you can make that form because it's just an easy thing. You just close up the faceplate and you move the horn up on the wolves or on the Zord. You can still make it. And it, shockingly enough, Bandai, for a while, since he was evil for a while, they actually released it as that. And then when he turned good, they re-released it with the normal. Like, with the normal.
They didn't just have it out so you could like swap modes?
So
cool.
No,
you can swap the mode. It's just they advertised
They just also re-released it in the other mode by default?
Yeah. So on one of the boxes, you have that face. But then on another box, you have it as like the proper face.
Yeah, it's like how you get the VS change. You get the Lupin Ranger version and the Pat Ranger version.
Ooh.
I just love my Pat Ranger box.
And so Gao Muscle goes down after getting tentacled by Rakshasa. And how do the Rangers answer? Summon all of the Red Zords!
Yeah, so y'all got all the jets fighting together. You got all the land vehicles and the fire trucks.
It was like my dream Star Fox game.
I have to say, it's actually pretty impressive how they were able to incorporate like shots of them actually like flying in and firing at him. Because like obviously it's just like shots that they cropped and put it into the shot of like the Rakshasa, whatever, be like.
Because we're not putting real money into this.
No, hell, like Gar noticed that there was like two shots of like the same guy.
Oh yeah,
like, go!
Yeah. So for O Ranger, they had the commander, like Shadow go, but then you have Owl Ranger from Gaoranger also going like go and flying in Varu Varum, even though it's just the same actor, like 20 years apart.
Yeah. And then, so they summon the actual Gao King Megazord, who gets inspired by the finishing attacks of every Megazord before it, as it delivers its own finishing slash to Rakshasa. But then he comes back again at normal size because he's immortal!
What part of immortal do you not understand? But then they're like,
how do we beat this? You guys fucking know already. Shut up and do it.
Yeah.
Charge... everyone, give us your power for the spirit bomb.
Then I will
Sentai spirit.
Then I will proceed to fucking jack shot at the monster.
It literally jack shotted.
Yeah,
and then it exploded for realsies.
And he fucking disintegrated
for realsies,
like a hero.
And all the Red Rangers vanished like fucking Batman. Thanks, I guess.
Will we ever get your help again? No. Everybody gets one, right?
Everyone gets one. But we may need you in like 10 years.
Yeah.
No, it's like, and then just like they get to the 30th anniversary. It's like, well, guys, are we going to have like a bunch of red cameos again? Nah, you know what? We'll just make a Red Ranger that represents all Red Rangers. Thus, Aka Red was born.
Jerry in our chat, Gao King made an Ow King.
Though, funny enough, we did have scheduled Gaoranger versus Super Sentai as it was the 30th anniversary, but due to timing and such, it had to be pulled for later. And Aka Red is the embodiment of all Red Rangers, But it is funny that he actually changes into like Gal Red, Hurricane Red, Alba Red.
Yeah, you see him like spin into like different Red Ranger
But
forms.
he even like fights as those Rangers.
Yeah.
So maybe Aka Red was the precursor to the idea of Gaoranger.
Maybe. I think also Akira was just their answer to be like, we can't have all these guys come back and cameo, we'll just make a representation of all the Reds.
It's funny that you mentioned that because the song at the end of this movie is basically the precursor to Super Sentai Hero Getter, the Gaoranger ending.
I heard it before, because like I think Gar's just played it.
Oh yeah, I've played it because I finally found the full version on YouTube.
And I was just sitting there listening to it like, is that Ichiro? I think that's Ichiro.
Ichiro Mizuki.
Yeah, it's Ichiro Mizuki. Freaking
God.
Miss-
It's hard to mistake that voice, but even then, he was being super, like, a lot less energetic than he usually is when
That's
he's
because
singing.
it was the fucking Super Sentai Samba.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
it wouldn't be the first time.
the song is called like Super Sentai Spirits
Yeah,
or Super Sentai Damashi.
yeah.
It's a good song.
I enjoyed it.
I kind of prefer the Bokenja versus Super Sentai one, where instead of like listing every Sentai team, they kind of list like the different themes. It's like, oh look, there's a dinosaur, but worry because robots from space are coming.
My personal favorite's the Gaoranger ending.
Yeah, Super
They're all
Sentai
good.
Hero.
They're all good.
They're all good except for Ninja versus Zyuohger. Seriously, what the fuck was Toei thinking?
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
We'll listen to some tunes? He's pulling that.
In the end, if you
Glad I missed that.
if you want to check out this special, it's not legally available because Chef
Hooray!
Factory only does the shows. But this special has been released on Blu-ray, and it's been fan subbed using that Blu-ray quality rip. So enjoy the beautiful 480
480p. Woo!
480 high color resolution.
I liked this special though. I thought it was fun.
Mm.
It was good getting like a sample of all the different Sentais.
As I mentioned, for being the first of its kind, like big anniversary,
First big franchise crossover.
it was it was at least good enough that it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really know what they were doing, so fuck it, just throw in stock footage throughout the years.
Yeah. And stock footage was had.
And stock footage was truly had.
All right. Well, that is our show.
Yes, that is our episode for this week.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Castranger. What was the Pokemon of this episode?
Numel. The camel.
Oh. Well, I hope you... So, unfortunately, like we said, or like I read in the letter, AkaYellow is, gone.
Hooray.
Of course.
I mean,
he's
all
Question
dead.
mark?
He's dead.
Until next year. He'll be back sometime next year, I
I'll be
think.
back again someday.
But we still have one more week.
Jikai, Radio Sentai Castranger.
Next week, it's our final episode, 2020. You all deserve it. I'm shocked that no one really bitched or complained about it. Close up line. We are going to talk about the 35th anniversary Super Sentai project.
Oh,
Gaoranger, Go-Sager 199, or Super Sentai 199 Hero Great Battle.
If I remember correctly, this was a really good movie.
I enjoyed it.
AKA,
I'm pretty sure I have seen this one already, so yeah.
AKA the first thing that I ever saw of Super Sentai.
Oh,
It's fucking it's Gaoranger. I'm pretty sure I watched this.
This is what got me into Super Sentai.
Cool.
What are the odds? It's the giant crossover movie.
I think
What are the odds? It's the first time I ever actually sat down and watched Sentai properly.
mine was Magiranger. It was years after it had aired, and then the first series I actually started watching as it aired was Gaoranger.
Yeah.
And you know what hooked me?
What?
Probably the same thing that hooked lots of people. Just because I saw the Red Ranger's name was Captain Marvelous.
I kind of liked it because we got to see all the suits again. But when I actually saw like their base form suits, which was the pirate thing, I'm like, They look stupid.
Well, I remember I was just hyped off a decade, so they talked about Gaoranger, and it's like, yeah, they can turn into other Rangers, and I'm like, that's interesting. I'm like, I'll watch that.
And
Gaoranger came for the fact that it was an anniversary thing, and I was like, yeah, I like Power Rangers. Let's take a look at this. Stayed for all of the fucking many of my favorite voice actors who were in that show.
Tomokazu Seki's voicing the fucking Morpher.
Yeah, like the voice of the Morphers being Tomokazu Seki.
Actually, funny thing about Tomokazu Seki recently.
The fact that he basically lives at Toei these days.
That, and Leigh and I recently recorded an episode of Ultra Ranger where he voiced a space pirate alien. And he was making Gaoranger references.
Oh.
So, like, literally, before the opening starts, he grabs out his sword, goes to Ultraman.
Oh, wow.
And, like, when he grabs the other weapon, he's like, final break.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Tamura Yukari being Navi.
Yeah.
Nobuyuki Hiyama playing a monster pretty early in. Oh, God. I was sticking around for a while.
Yep.
All right. So that'll be fun next week.
And I'll also explain why I truly hate the Zoodrin and Ninja crossover.
Oh, cool.
Because, you know...
Aside from the fact that it's bad.
Aside from the fact that it's total hot garbage. And I consider it to be... If Super Sentai was a recyclable bin... It's in the trash.
Okay.
It's not even good enough to be recycled. It's thrown in the trash.
Cool. And the 199 hero battle is just like that thing you bought and you just wanted to keep it in mint condition so you didn't leave it out of the box.
It's the Super Sentai box. You keep it because it looks nice and you enjoy it.
and you appreciate it.
And you appreciate it for
all
it's worth.
Well, that has been Castranger. I'm glad we're back in the swing of things. I missed doing the show, as I probably said last time. But it's good that we're back on the grind.
And I think the title of the episode, because it'll get clicks, should be Farewell AkaYellow.
Sure.
Never.
The untragic death of AkaYellow.
And like as a joke in the thumbnail, you just gotta put him like translucent in like the background.
Question mark to if he's back or not.
Yeah. No. Just kind of like how when Goku was leaving at the end of
just like faded into the sky.
Yeah, like faded into the sky.
All right. Well, as usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails, our Twitter account, our Patreon where you can help us or pledge to us to help us make the show better, our Discord server where you can chat with other fans and listen to our live recordings Friday nights 9 p.m. Eastern, and our merchandise shop where you can buy shirts, all kinds of office goodies, masks, what have you.
You need a late Christmas gift? Get a Castranger shirt.
I'm wearing one right now.
I am not wearing one. I'm wearing my Optimus Prime shirt.
All right. Well,
and you can also check out our YouTube channels and Twitch, now affiliated.
Yeah, our Let's Play channel, Ixie Studios, that we've been working on since 2010. Our Twitch channel now has affiliate.
Woo!
I'm so proud.
Thank you, Raven.
It's mostly because of Raven and his Pokemon streams.
I have been streaming a shit ton for the last several months.
So if you want to see us play games, make sure you check out twitch.tv/Ixie Studios, as we'll be streaming there exclusively and then uploading vids to the YouTube channel.
I upload a lot of non-streamed Pokemon stuff to the YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Once per week.
I also do as well. I've been doing Final Fantasy 14 videos, and the new patch just dropped, so I have a lot more videos from 14 coming out.
I tried to stream on my own personal channel when I remembered to.
And I'm currently in the works of making my own separate videos for my own Godzilla channel.
Cool.
Yes,
One of which is in the works of a review of the Transformer Netflix show.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you all. We'll see you next week.
For the final Super Sentai tribute.
You know there will be more.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, there are totally more coming.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye.